rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Back to throw. Adams. He finds his man. Complete. That's Little. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Josh Oliver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Adams. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. The Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Hunter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The numbers for Jones last week, 17 carries, 82 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Rosa's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Rodgers on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Adams. It's caught. Tolbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Adams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Roses to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Adams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 17-0 our score after one. Texans football to start quarter two as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Adams looking to throw on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of running him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down. And that is incomplete. No problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On now is the Packers punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Adams. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now Adams off the play fake into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. 2nd interception for him out here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Adams. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Good job, D.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is
Yeah, boy. That's our ball.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Roses now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. And now out comes Houston. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Adams now to throw on second down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Rosas to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Adams on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Adams to throw. Throwing on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there just before halftime.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Texans get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we
now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down now, it's Jones. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped them behind the line for the second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A check down here to Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How've they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Adams. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is going to have the Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. These guys have played 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers, he finds his man, complete. It's Watson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
Got a moot point there as they were able to connect. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Jones again. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Roses now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Second and 20. Back to throw. Adams. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. Looking to throw. Adams. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's Adams on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake through there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Higbee secures it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. For a couple of plays, his Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And here comes the Texans now.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw on second down. Adams. It's caught. Tolbert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now Adams on first down.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Back to throw again.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll look to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Adams.
He's got Jordan complete right side. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. as he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A give to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21.